Bitcoin is pumping, Ethereum's pumping. What does that all mean? And we're seeing banning of crypto everywhere. Does that mean crypto's dead? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching my videos. My name is DaVinci Jeremy. I'm in the pot 5x5 staying alive here in Dubai. Hope you're doing well. Oh man, today we're going to be talking about, a lot of subjects, including the fact that Bitcoin and Ethereum is pumping just as I predicted on Friday. So let's get into that. And we're going to be talking about the news first and what's going on. And if you're interested in trading, right, you can head over to bybit.davincij15.com, 2bit.davincij15.com, or okx.davincij15.com. Links are in the description below. Let's talk about Coinbase CEO slams JP Morgan for banning crypto payments in the UK, suggests governments should act. No, they should not. Okay. Every time we see something bad happens in the market, we say, there should be a law. And that's the problem. That's the problem. Right? Governments love doing that because they want to get your vote and they feel like they're doing something. The less they do, the better it is for you. Right? And you're like, well, wait a second here. JP Morgan, the bank, is preventing me from using my money. Yeah. So is JP Morgan the only bank on town? So their bad acting in the world, right, causes you to like maybe switch companies. And I know what you're gonna say, but let me just go on to reading a little bit here. And Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong is unhappy with JP Morgan Chase's decision to block crypto-related transactions in the UK digital banking subsidiary Chase UK. Chase UK earlier this week put out a notice to customers saying it will no longer allow its customers to purchase cryptocurrencies using its debit cards or through bank transfers, citing concerns over risk of fraud to users from digital tokens. Okay, so we can say that about people buying cars. There's a risk of fraud of you getting a bad car. So we're not going to let you buy cars. There's a risk of fraud, right? Of getting into any kind of investment. So this logic is not sound, right? But who cares, right? This company can do whatever it wants. And when it does, right, then you can act. And you act as an individual. And you could say, well, wait a second, what if they all do it? Yes. Well, then we find other solutions around them. So, for example, one of the problems in most countries is that internet companies, they buy up all the tubing of a building, and then you can only use that one provider. You're thinking, well, that's horrible. It's not free market. Then those people are trapped with a poor service. Yes. But then somebody could produce something better to get around that, and then they're doomed. Oh, and that has happened. 5G, right? You can get 5G in your building, and it will be faster than the building service. You can also use Starlink. Problem solved. So that's the cool thing about free market. When they start doing these things to block you off. Now, can you imagine if they created a law preventing you from if you're living in this building, right? You can't have any internet no matter what. See, that would suck, right? That's why we don't want the governments to act on anything. US-based crypto exchange Gemini to halt trading services in European country of 17 million. Yes, US-based crypto exchange Gemini is shutting down its trading operations in the Netherlands, which boasts a sixth largest economy in the European Union. In a new announcement, the company says that they will stop offering crypto services to the Dutch market on November 17th due to requirements posed by the DE Netherlands Bank DNB, which is the Netherlands Central Bank. Oh my goodness. Oh, yeah. Well, hey, innovation is always being stopped by governments or slowed down. Sorry, not stopped. Slow down. Let me get that corrected. And it only hurts that local economy and the government itself. So, hey, they want to hurt themselves, they want to hurt themselves. But here's a government that is trying to help people and is going to actually benefit from this. If you are living in those countries, you can just get an ID from Palau, a digital residency, and you'll be able to, even get a bank account and so forth in Palau, and be able to transact without problems. So yeah, it's a little bit of work, but hey, nothing good is easy. Nothing, right? And the crypto's good because the government doesn't want you to have it. Oh damn. Alrighty, so and you're like, okay, well, the government doesn't want me to have drugs. Is that good too? Yeah, okay, dude. You know that crypto is just a benign asset. It just sits there. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything to you. Doesn't do anything to the environment. Doesn't do anything at all. You're like, and yeah. So why would they ban something that doesn't do anything? Ever thought about that? Okay. Well, let's get on to the price action here, right? We're going to take a look at Bitcoin. As I said, I was trying to get in here at the lower price, and it didn't happen. The breakout above this level was an indication that we were going to go all the way at least to the there it is, right up around in this area around the 29,000. So you still have a little bit more room for us to run here with Bitcoin pumping. And yes, we're outside the Bollinger Band. It's not so good to do a trade, long-term trade here. But hey, you can do short-term trades, no problem. We're outside the Bollinger Band on the 4-hour as well. And look at that beautiful tightening, and then boom, boom, boom. Oh man, beautiful. Yeah, but there is probably a trade here to be made. So, but you're gonna have to wait for it to come back. I would not be going into any kind of long here. You'd have to wait for it to come back. Maybe retest the $27,800 level before you actually look for a trade to along to the 29K level. But does that mean Bitcoin is going to be pumping higher all the way to 40K, which I was suggesting it was going to do this year? Not necessarily. We've broken, because if we look at the longer term time frame, things are not as rosy, right, as we would like them to be at a shorter time frame. On looking at the daily, it looks great, but unfortunately, we're only bouncing off support, and it's going to have to retest this area once again. We can say approximately. Let's just go right about here. We could actually drag that out over here. There it is. And so you can see, yeah, we can do what's called a head and shoulders pattern here and come back and either break this and head all the way to 20K, or go the opposite direction. We have to break. Of course, we have to break above the 31 or almost $32,000 mark before we can say, yes, we're going to 40K. Unfortunately, that's the situation we're in. And will it do that? It's unlikely at this particular juncture, because we've broken back down. We should have kept the momentum here. Is it impossible that we can't break higher? No, it's not impossible. But the problem is this 20K has to be retested Whether it gets retested after we hit 40K or higher is irrelevant. It has to be retested before we continue higher. I'd be surprised if we don't come back to it. There would have to be something wrong with the US dollar for that to happen. Okay, let's head over to Ethereum. And we can see that Ethereum, again, we did not get a retest of this level here. That's unfortunate because, yeah, it would have been a nice carry through. Yeah, Ethereum's got a little bit more to go higher here. We can only trade this on the lower time frames and move this all the way up to the, what was I saying? Approximately, oops, let me just go down to the higher time frames first. Just below this, just below these little lines down here, approximately the 1800 or 1820 a level, and then you can see that once we get up there, that's when we're going to see some resistance to moving higher. This is a very big spike on in a bear market, so expect us to return back down just as easily as we went back up. So be cautious of that. It's still early to say that we're gonna definitely stop at the 1820, but that's likely the situation here, and yeah, you're going to have to look for an entry point on the lower time frames in order to get here. Let me just zoom in on this. Sorry, there you go. There you go. Much better candles now. You can see that. Boom. That was a beautiful candle pump here on the weekend. I'm surprised. Usually the weekend there isn't anything happening. I was expecting something to happen later on today, but no, this weekend it's on and popping. The Asian market came in early and took this thing heavy. So yeah, let's see what happens. I would again suggest you wait for an entry at a lower price before you take this all the way to 1820. It's right at 1726, so you got $100 move or more to find an entry and take Ethereum higher. Okay, let's take a look at another cryptocurrency that somebody asked me in my private group, and I'm going to go over that. And if you guys ask me some more cryptocurrencies to take a look at in the private group, I'm going to do them in the live show or the show that I'm going to be broadcasting. And yes, let's take a look at this. We have seen this thing has a clear trend line, downward trend line that has broken. Look at this downward trend line. It's beautiful, actually. And so this is looking very shiny. And what's beautiful is, I don't know if you've noticed this, but I did. I'm going to zoom in on it. There is a clear W pattern, which I wish I'd seen this sooner. So I was asked about this like last week, and I should have looked at it sooner rather than later. But we are here where we are, and you can see, wow, lots of W's here, lots and lots of W's. But here, the best one is this one right here. Boom, 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 boom. And we broken out, and yes, look at that. This thing has a target. Let's see here. Of approximately 21 cents. So yeah, you've got lots more room to go for this thing to pump higher. And I think this thing will go even higher. I think it will it'll be back to its relative highs, or close to it at least, in the near future. We can say maybe to the 38.2. There we go. There it is, the 32 cents. Yes, most likely we're going to see a break up to the 32 cents sometime this year on AGIX, which happens to be just a AI play basically, and AI is still hot, so we can see that this thing will probably do very well. Okay, and if you're interested in trading that, you can actually trade that, of course, at bybit.davincij15.com. Links are in the description below, and you can earn up to $30,000 in sign-up bonus if you're new to Bybit. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Cheers. Peace.